Hey, everybody that's coming in. Can y'all hear me? I'm guessing y'all able to hear me. All right, so with pride, ego, and arrogance into a relationship, we're going to start off with the definition of pride, the definition of ego. Ego and arrogance, they kind of running the same. Well, all of them running the same, but there's a big difference between them all. What would you give your definition of pride, ego, and arrogance?
Um, Pride, ego. I mean, they kind of do like under the same umbrella. It's basically like when it's hard to let something go. Um, People like that gotta have the last word. Uh, if we talking about relationships, whenever that person want to explain the issue, they might not take it lightly. I think the pride it play a part with pride as well. I mean,
Um, but ego is more of a self thing, like self importance. Pride runs along that line, but pride is more of like what you say, like not being able to, um, what's the word? Apologize. I can say
yeah,
I have a problem with that. I have a problem with both of them.
right. Because
So,
they probably play a part of your past.
well, can you? Hey, so do you believe that ego and pride it tears down a relationship? Can it break a
It
relationship
it
apart?
tears down a lot of relationships. You got people that breaks up and they want to call that person back so bad, but it be their pride that holds them back because they might gonna feel rejected or they might feel like this
And
person gonna make me. This person might look at me weaker, or
okay, so
yeah.
you don't think people take rejection like it's hard to take rejection. Like, how am I trying to say this? Um, People don't like being rejected. Do you think that makes them even more like, as far as in a relationship, become stalkerish
Uh, I mean, somewhat. I want. Hmm, that's a good question. I mean, if they don't accept the rejection, yeah. If they still continue and try to pursue, someone that turned them down. I mean, yeah. I call it a sub stalk. Like it's right. It's definitely like right there. Like because some people just don't know when to let go. So especially if it's been going on
for quite some
a lot
time?
of times when a person, in relationships, when they have fallouts, they sometimes work it out, and it could be going for years that they've been doing
Yeah,
it. So, and
back
it
and
could be
forth type
right,
situation,
and it be that last breakup, and that person probably still think, oh, we gonna work it out. When this other
and they
person,
turn into a stalker. Yeah,
well, the person might think, yeah, we broke up, but we gonna work it out. We gonna get back together. And then when they realize this person don't want to work it out, that's when the
right.
you know illusion mentally you start to think if is this person dealing with someone else. Uh, you start looking at yourself. That's when your self esteem come. That's when that
Hmm.
play a part. You think you're not attractive.
No one cares. Said it depends on their maturity and mental stability.
I agree, but we all once had someone in our life didn't understand, to let go. It's like you had to do it, you know, you had to do it like an unpleasant way to break up with them. And that could be like stop answering their phone calls.
Praise God.
Uh, whenever that person around you showing lack of interest.
Okay, so another question. Um, if ego, pride, and arrogance can ruin the relationship, can you give me an example? What's an example of ego breaking up the relationship? Like, can you all right, lack of communication? Would you consider that egotistical?
See, when you want to use ego, you gotta look. All right, all right, if the girl wound up finding out her man been texting, another woman,
Mm-hmm.
and he know he wrong, but he might don't feel like, and people might say that's a person that think immature, but it's adults that think like that too. So a person might get caught up saying something in their phone, they know they wrong, um, but they might not admit it because something more probably it probably was more, behind the scenes,
So I'm gonna use a word that a lot of people like to use. Play victim. Is that part of the ego?
Playing victim. Yeah, that play a part of the ego thing because you think you're not wrong.
You gotta be right.
A lot of times people don't look at it if the shoe was in the other foot. So yeah, that definitely yeah.
Let me see.
A lot of times when the person confess, like own up to their mistakes, sometimes that other person don't want to accept it because they feel like they feel like they're gonna continue with the same behavior. So sometimes that don't work as far as being apologetic about it.
Right.
I mean, what more can you do? I mean, you gotta show by your actions, as far as acting right. But see, that's why phones really messed it up. Like, because I mean, at the end of the day, when two people dealing with each other, they should be able to look through each other's phones. Now, I'm not saying that should be their focus because that's already a flag. Why y'all focusing?
Going through the phone situation should never happen because that's where trust come along in.
It does, but what I'm saying is, when people in a relationship, they shouldn't focus on looking in each other's phones because
you doing
because
past actions.
Yeah, it's it's the past behavior, and what would be the reason you looking in that person's phone? Like,
do you that's would, in your mind you be like, well, damn, am I doing something that makes you feel as though you gotta look through my phone?
Yeah, like that's when they play a part with that. Like, if you really love that person, and if you explaining that person that something is bothering them, whatever, that person should comfort that person insecurity.
But see, that's when communication come in, because you should have communication where the person shouldn't even think, or it would even come through their mind that they would have to go through your phone.
Yeah, that too. But if you really love that person, and if that person was open, right, as far as how they feeling about the phone thing, if that person really love that person gonna let that person go through their phone, although it is a kind of little toxic, but if you really love a person, you don't want a person to feel low, or you don't want to make the person feel.
You don't even want to give that person a chance to even think that you have.
Right. So
if she be like, he or she, no matter what the sex is, if they ask, let me see your phone, or let me call somebody off your phone, right, or let me look this up because my phone done died, or something like that, you should be able to not even hesitate to hand your phone over.
Right.
I mean, especially if you're not on your phone. But if you put your phone face down, we have a problem.
Right.
Now, if you carry your phone everywhere you go, that's a problem.
Right. So if that person has to see that person's phone, and it could be really just for a phone call, but if that person showing the strange behavior, that person got the right to think otherwise. That person got the right to feel like this person up to something. I mean, we all been like, I'm talking about like our younger days when we was like teenagers. We all experienced it.
Of course.
I mean, it's all.
But I think at this day and age where we at, I think because we've been through that already when we were younger, I believe that shouldn't even be going on right now. Going through a person's phone, or you even hearing somebody, you and your homeboy talking, and he like, bro, my girl went through my phone. Yo, she found this out, she found that out.
Right.
But at the same time, growing up, my mother told me if you go through that phone, absolutely, you go through that phone, you looking for something, and you don't want to go through a motherfucking phone and find out your feelings get hurt. So what you
Yeah,
don't know, you don't want.
yeah, you
You
find
get
what
what I'm
you're looking
saying?
for, but
So
I'm not even gonna lie, like that's true. You get what I'm saying? But it is fucked up if a person was to, go through that person's
I
phone and
get it.
start saying certain things.
Because you didn't put your trust in this person, you would have never thought. Because don't get me wrong, you do have people in relationships that think like, I know he ain't doing nothing, but I just want to see type shit. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So
But
that
see, but by them even thinking like that, that still means that they don't trust them in some type of form. So either way, it's still some type of untrustworthy in that field. So that's the thing.
hey
Like
queen, it's
phone,
like
like if people don't focus on their phone so much, things will be much better. But I
I
mean,
I wouldn't even say focus on the phone. I think if you got that trust and a communication, you wouldn't have that problem at all.
right, that's true.
Cause some people believe, oh, we gotta be around each other 24/7 just to know that you're not doing anything. Like, how am I gonna be around you 24/7? You got business to handle, and I got business to handle. We can't be around each other all day, every day.
Right.
Now, if you ended up in a relationship like that, and that shit just so happily happened that way, then so be it. But yo, sometimes people need a break. Some people need to get away. Like you get what's the word? What's the word?
Hold up. What is that word? I know. I
You
think
know what word I'm talking. I know you know what word I'm talking about.
it's like that's like that clingy. You feel
Yes,
smothers. Like you feel
smothered. Some people feel
like
smothered.
they need space. They
Right.
feel like that person all on their back. Well, I mean, a lot of time people that feel like that, they used to being alone.
Yeah.
They don't really feel like dealing with like when it come to like compromising or like trying to like have an understanding and communicate. Some people don't feel like going through all that because they so used to being alone. A lot of times, people that think like that, they single to this day. Some
Yeah.
people don't really like to explain themselves, and I and to be honest, they really people that don't need to be in a relationship
Hmm.
because that's the key. Y'all gotta communicate, and
So
it's
you feel
not
like
about
that's one of the ways to get over the ego, the pride,
yeah,
arrogance. Is being
it's the balance. It's what give it calm like calming water. Like you'll live a normal life. That's the worst way to live. Like every day you at work or you out and about, and this person on your mind
hmm
once made you feel in love, but now you just have a pain feeling whenever this person comes, pop up on your mind because you don't trust him or trust him or her.
Rhonda
So
said she is Sagittarius. Don't cling to her. She need her freedom.
oh see, my sister Sagittarius, and she give me man vibes because it's like she show lack of emotions. But
Mm,
I see that's my little sister, so I know why she that way because what she been through.
right.
So it's like I can't really blame her for being that way. It's like her way of protecting her heart is to I wouldn't say show lack of care in a relationship.
It's I call it
It's the guard up thing. It's like it's down, but it's that other
I
arm up.
call
Like
it like cutting your humanity switch off. That's what I call it, cutting the
like a lot of people
humanity
don't like
switch
to
off.
feel vulnerable. A lot of people don't like feeling vulnerable. So if a person, you know, had got their heart broken before, they already, in defense when it comes to, you know, with that new love. They already in their mind know what to, aim for because they already been through it before. Like so they trying to avoid being hurt. And I get it. But sometimes everybody not the same. And that's what everybody need to understand. Like when you dealing with somebody new, you can't focus on the past. You gotta You gotta learn from the past and try to, be better. Because some shit in your past, you can't just blame that person. It be you. Some people gotta own up to it. Like it be that person. Sometimes it can't always be the other person. It gotta be you. Like if you've been in all these relationships in 1 year, you can't just blame that person. You
you gotta look at it like
eventually you
I'm the
gotta look.
common denominator
Eventually you
type.
gotta look in that mirror and
Well, that's where ego come in at, because they can never look at themselves and be like, well, is it me?
it gotta be. I mean, you can't keep pointing at other people about, as far as why y'all fell off. It play a part on both ends. You can't just look at it on one side. So, yeah.
So how, like, so in a relationship, all right, because if you wanna, because I mean, I've met people where friends, homegirls, where I tell them like, yo, you're pride in the way, you gotta chill out.
But you know what's
Like,
crazy? It's funny how you say homegirls because you know what that old saying said, birds of the feather flock together. So
absolutely.
you're not gonna tell me.
Hold up, I had already mentioned that I do have a pride problem. I can say that.
Right, but
because my pride do be in the way, but I be working on it. I be working on it. Yeah, even my ego be in the way. Yeah,
you,
right. So like, all right. So when it comes down to like pride, how do you? All right, what would you tell me to overcome my pride? Like to put my pride to the side. How would you tell me to put my pride to the side?
you can't think like the past. You in a whole new relationship. This your current life. You dealing with you in a whole different field. So, however you feeling, you need to work on it because now you're being challenged. Like whenever you have a fall, like when me and you have our fallouts, you have to challenge yourself and put your pride aside because at the end of the day, you've been through it before. Now, if you just gonna keep being stubborn and being quiet about it,
how we ever gonna get anywhere?
How you gonna ever elevate? How we gonna ever elevate? You get what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, that's something I pay attention. Like
I be like, even if you know what, I'm not listening to none of this shit. I'm out. And you be like, you always going to the car. Cause I feel like I gotta cool down before I blow the top off the roof.
I mean, if that's your way to, to cope with your, to deal with your emotions, then do what you gotta do. But
don't be like that all day.
Walking away is like a sign of, it's a flag. It's a sign of like giving up in a way. Like you don't just walk away. You gotta try. Like,
but see, then you gotta think of it like this. In the past, I never walked away.
But see,
all right. So I used to like break cars. I used to break everything. So like me walking away is like.
And that's where you messing up at because you mentioned past. This
no,
ain't
but
the past.
but this is what I'm saying. I move differently than I moved in the past. Because normally I would all this shit and this motherfucker would even broke.
No.
But me walking away is like helping myself to calm down and be like.
No, because whoever you was dealing. No, because whoever you was dealing with, it was something in your insides that was telling you that you didn't respect them on a certain level. So. You got destructive, so you start breaking shit. You get what I'm saying? Me, I feel like you're a little mindful because once you start breaking shit, Twan ain't gonna want. He don't want to deal with me no more because you know how I am.
But I don't break nothing.
Right, you don't.
I walk away.
You know how I am.
I think the thing that I do have to work on the most is like communication. I'm not gonna say communication because we do got a lot of communication, but I would say far as like when we butt heads, I walk away, and then I be like that because you already fucked my mood up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like that all day long, like
right.
Like, and bro, like don't talk to me, don't holler at me, don't touch me, like.
See, when people when people have fallouts in relationships, it's like they too focused on how they feeling. But sometimes you really gotta put the situation, like you gotta map it out and really look at it like, you know what, the situation ain't really that serious.
Right.
Why I'm really tripping? Why am I really tripping?
She said then I had to replace all my stuff.
Right.
like basically like instead of you being so focused on your anger whenever that fallout happens, you gotta really look at it and ask yourself, is it even that serious?
Right.
Am I going to really risk this relationship? Because when people walk away, you just showing that person, you know, how much this relationship means to
Right.
you. So walking away ain't definitely gonna fix it. You got like you
I
hear
walk
story,
away
you
because
hear
I be
you
angry and
hear
I don't
story,
like yelling and screaming no more. So
but
I just be like,
you hear people that been together for 40 years or been
yeah,
married for 30, 45, whatever. But
Dawn and
they'll
Benji.
tell you though, like it wasn't perfect.
Oh hell no, I don't watch that fall apart.
So
Pick back up.
people gotta really listen to that. That's the highlight part that people overlook because
That's how you get your pride to the
people
side.
always think that relationship is supposed to be sunshine every day.
Right.
It's
And
not.
it's not.
It's not gonna always be like that. And that just see once a person has that understanding, that's when they can. That's when they can like be happy and really understand. Even when they down it, they know that this temporary. This ain't gonna be like this all the time. 'Cause and that's just what it is. That's how relationships is. It's gonna be ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? Whenever that person down, you gotta be in that
Listen up.
person corner at their lowest. And that's the thing, like they not everybody not doing that. Whenever they love one down or whenever they need that person on they, you know, by their side, somehow they wind up arguing because you know what I'm saying? Because they don't even they overlook them they pain and how much they need them right now. And yeah, that's why I feel like where people fail at in relationships.
All
Like,
right, so so let me ask you a question, right? So is it a difference between a man ego in a relationship than a female ego in a relationship?
yeah. But men see, I ain't gonna lie, I gotta put it out there. A lot of men, we do got a lot of pride and ego because see we have homeboys, they don't know how you feel about that person. So they're quick to say, man, forget her, man. Like, you know, they have you like, you know, it's more fishes in the sea, whatever, whatever, but they don't really know how you feel. That's why I fall back when I see my man in a situation with his girl, because
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, I'm not gonna put it in his head like, yo, leave her, yo, she not whatever, because
Right, right.
I don't know how you feel about her. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? So I never put the wrong words in his ears. You know what I'm saying? Because love is strong, like love is serious. So
And people use that word very
you'll lose
loosely.
your friend just by you giving them the wrong advice
Yeah,
while he had low vibration with his girl.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He needs support. Like, what if he ain't trying to fall out with his girl? What if he
Right,
want to work it out?
right.
But you all putting in his head, you know, you putting it in his head,
Cause
man.
he in low vibration. And see,
And
I think
that play
that's
a
where
part there.
it
That's
comes
true.
from.
When people not happy,
They
they
like to
want.
see others miserable, and that's not supposed to go like that. That's why they really be like crab in the barrel, crab in the barrel, because that shit is true.
Yeah, it's true.
I've
But
sat
see,
here and watched a motherfucker tell me, yeah, yo, he gonna leave you because this, that, and the third. But then you think about it, it's like, why? Because your nigga left you. Why you not? Why you can't root for me? Root for me when I was rooting for you when you was with him.
right,
Even though I knew he was a dog ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was a dog. I would tell you he a dog, but I ain't gonna sit here and tell you to leave him.
right,
Now what I will tell a bitch is listen, whatever y'all got going on, y'all just don't even come and tell me because honestly, y'all gonna be right back together. And what I gotta say, you ain't gonna like what I say.
right.
I don't feel like that's putting a person down vibrationally. I feel like it's the truth. And if you don't want the truth, then don't come holler at the kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But like far as like, all right, skip the homeboy homegirl. If it's like, all right, let me see what I let me see what the checks. Communication is the most important thing you need to check. Make sure y'all on the same page. Absolutely.
gotta be. But
Reassurance,
like personality play.
reciprocate.
Yeah, but you know what? Personality play a big part too. Cause like I had plenty of friends that was hurt like at the bottom because they finding out this person was dealing with somebody else or you know through the grapevine type stuff.
Right.
But see, if you know your man or your woman show strange behavior like keep texting and looking sneaky, and but then all of a sudden they want to have a break.
A break.
All they doing is testing the waters.
A break.
So not only you gave them a break, you gave them a okay, the okay to see what's out there better than you.
Exactly.
So I'm not even gonna lie, a lot of people out here is suckers for love. So you gotta snap out that. Like, yeah, the pleasure behind closed doors is that, but look, this person not right, man. Like, you need to understand this person dealing with people out here. So I be trying to snap people, wake people up to make them see the type of person they dealing with. You gotta sometimes let the pleasure, you gotta throw that out the window. It's all about the communication.
Right.
Is this a genuine person? Do this person got a good heart? Because people be falling in love with the wrong type of people.
That's why you're supposed to fill them out first. You're supposed to have conversations.
People be falling in love with the wrong people. And I mean,
I'm more of a person like we have to connect and talk about different topics to see if we're on the same page. We have to. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm a goofy person, so you would have to be able to laugh. You have to be a person that don't just take everything serious, but what needs to be taken serious. And I shouldn't have to tell you what needs to be taken serious. Yeah. Things like that. So
I just don't like. This is why I don't like in relationships. I don't like when the person takes someone for granted, and then when time fly, they realize that that person really loved them for who they was. Like,
that person that went and had a ball with this person,
right? But it'd be too late. You can't come back, and then they be looking crazy because they not understanding why this person don't look at them the same. It's because what you put them through, mentally and physically.
I can honestly say when breaking up with a person, that's how you break an ego and that's how you break a pride.
Right.
When you don't answer phone calls and stuff, that's how you break an ego and that's how you break a pride. Now, when it comes down to breaking up in the relationship, I can honestly tell you, like, you don't never want to give a person time enough to sit and think. Okay? When you give a person time enough to sit and think,
that time,
it can listen. They say the world make wonders. If you give a person time to sit and think, look, it could be one day, it could be 2 days, it don't matter. But if you give them time enough to think away from you, and they think correctly and got their mind right, it's a
once they realizing they've been happy ever since the breakup, yeah, ain't no coming back, ain't no turning back.
Especially if they ain't been with you for a month and they see a difference.
You start learning, you start knowing your worth. You start knowing
self-love, the best love in the world. Yeah. Amen.
Self-love is everything. Without self-love, it's nothing. How can you love someone else if you don't love yourself?
Okay, go ahead. In the words of RuPaul,
it wouldn't even make sense.
In the words of RuPaul,
and see, a lot of people use that as a weakness too. Once they see that you don't have self-love, they'll walk all over you.
All over you. And then that builds their pride. And builds the ego. Like, remember the conversation we had yesterday, you were saying something about shit, it was right there. I just lost my train of thought. You were saying damn. We're gonna have to go to another subject because I really forgot. I lost my train of thought. I did.
Yeah. But see, I noticed too though, females, it's a lot of females that has a lot of pride. Don't get me wrong, I have experienced females that try to come back, even beg, and I'm not saying in a bragging way, but again, like it said, that time, when it goes by, that's when they realize. But see, I'm not saying.
I found my question.
What was it?
All right, so yesterday you were saying, we was talking about at the end of the video, we was talking about having this little conversation, and you were saying, we were talking about how females don't know how to females don't know how to. What's that word?
Females don't know how to.
Not be dominant, but
Oh, they don't know how to
submit.
Yep.
They don't know how to submit. But in the process of submitting, see, and a lot of people forget this, right? When a female submit to their man, that builds their ego and pride as well.
For immature men.
True.
For immature men. And when I say submit, to me, I'm not saying it like a weakness. I'm saying it like, all right, whenever your man trying to explain the situation in a relationship, you're listening to him.
Mm-hmm.
You're not cutting them off. Y'all not going back and forth. That's submitting to that. To me, that's submitting in a good, positive way. You know what I'm saying? Like,
how the hell can y'all have a conversation?
Right, because if the woman keep cutting you off, at this point, y'all both look like men. And I'm not saying the man supposed to talk the whole entire time.
Right.
This basically show him
respect.
That he's the man. Like, show, you know what I'm saying? Show him he a king. Show him he, you get what I'm saying? And vice versa. Show her that she, that she's a queen. But you gotta both communicate. But if you keep cutting each other off, now it's
some females believe submitting is like
it's a sign of weakness.
It's a sign of weakness. Some females feel like submitting, like, they got different. I don't understand. I never understood why females had different definitions for submit. Like, females act like submitting is completely, oh, you gotta be a slave, and that's not what submit mean. They believe you gotta cook, clean, wash dishes, take out the trash, wash the kids. When he tell you to get up and do something, you're supposed to do it. Get on your knees, do that. Like, that is not submitting to your man at all. That's no near. That's literally what you're saying. That's a whole slave. That is a complete slave.
Right.
But submitting to your man has nothing to do with nothing that I just spoke on.
Yeah, submitting to your man
job is different.
It's not a weakness, and that's the problem right now. That's why there's a lot of single women out here, because they feel like they have to.
A lot of single women out here because they feel like they need a man to take care of them, and if that man ain't supplying what the fuck they looking for, they jump on to the next one. And forget that nigga that you just left. Yeah, he didn't buy everything that you want. He just paid for what you needed.
I'm sorry, baby, but just because he ride that BMW,
don't mean he got money, because he got payments on that. He don't own that.
Don't expect him to buy you weed and the labor to get it done. That man got a loan. That man got a car payment. That man got his own plan. And you think he gonna push?
And you ain't part of it, baby. Okay. You is not part of the plan.
At this point, it's like now men out here, they looking at the woman like, what you got going on? Because the moment you talking about, oh, I want my nails done, head done, everything, it's gonna fall off, because he already gonna know what type of female you are.
First of all, you got females out here wanting men to buy them makeup. Do you know how much makeup costs? Listen. Like, makeup is high as shit. Like, thank the Lord. And I would like to thank my mama, because I don't need makeup.
Listen.
I don't need makeup, but females don't realize that makeup is what's turning their face apart even more.
Yeah. A lot of times
what's
females
that girl
don't need
name
makeup.
from Wildin' Out? B. Simone. She would be a prime example. Before she came out and explained why she said it. But before she came out and said what? I would never date a dude that has a 9 to 5. Are you kidding me?
See,
when you came from a 9 to 5, before your ass jumped on Wildin' Out, you were a 9 to 5.
Right.
So how could you forget where you came from? That ego shit. Bitches be above their grade limit. Like, sis,
she living above her needs. Like, you won't never date a man that have a 9 to 5. Do you even have a 9 to 5?
No, you got females out here that believe like, oh, because they got their own business and they got their own business and oh, they on TV now. You wouldn't date a nigga with a 9 to 5. But let me explain something. Them celebrities are cheating on each other. Them niggas that got money,
they not even happy.
They not happy. Them niggas that got money, they cheating on you because they got money. They don't need you.
And remember, I was talking about that yesterday. Like that's why it's best when you like far as famous people, it's always best to deal with somebody that you was with before the fame because you know that this person is with you for you. They don't care about the money. They was always in your corner if when time was hard. You get what I'm saying? So now you don't have to question if this love is
Right.
real. And I know that's something a lot of celebrities gotta go through.
Rhonda said, I get what you're saying, and he's right. Ain't nothing wrong with your man being king in the castle. I agree with both of you, though. The man is working, so shut the hell up.
Right.
Big
And
facts.
my homeboy right now, like I look at it like, all right, when people have kids, it's like a curse, like a black thing, like our culture fucked up. Like every time a seed play a part, the relationship fall apart. And like sometimes he explain the situation and he'll say what he done and everything what he paid for. And in my head, I'm like,
In
that's
a
why y'all not
situation,
right
right.
because you too focused, you too focused on the of the stuff that you bought. Like it's not about the stuff that you bought. Y'all together, y'all is one. If she can't, you knew that she couldn't provide as much when you first met her, so you should have had
Exactly.
that same energy now that seed had. So it's not about what she's putting to the table because whatever she got, you accepted it in the
But
past. So what's wrong now? So when you think about everything you've done, the relationship is not going to work because you're going to always look at it from your point of view,
yeah,
and this is a sign of selfishness, narcissist, all that because you're not even looking at it from that person point of view, that woman point of view. So it's like you deserve to be single
I
at this
feel
point.
like I feel like if the man working, the woman take care of home.
Right.
But if she ain't taking
But
care
see,
of
he do be
home,
saying stuff like
if she not taking care of home, and she not washing, like
but
honestly,
he said he told me stuff like she lazy and stuff like that. But maybe
then she
she's tired.
wrong.
Maybe she's
No,
tired, but maybe she's waking up. You know.
from his bullshit, and that's understandable. But at the same time, you gotta realize that two, it takes two.
Right, it
You know what
does.
I'm saying?
But
So
but what I'm saying,
instead of trying to drag her or yelling and screaming at her and things like, or going to the next person and talking to the next person about her, you know what I'm saying? Or putting her down in front of everybody.
right? I think if anything, try to uplift her, or if the tables turn,
I feel
try to
like they
uplift him.
relationship ain't have communication from the jump. From the very jump, there was no outline, there was no communication, there was nothing. It was nothing. Because you're not going to tell me, oh, for example, you can't tell me, oh man, you in here and we, every dollar, every coin that we got, we going to save it. And then you going to come out your mouth and say, oh, well, all that I saved.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
you can't, that's not the way it go
Because he
because at the
did
end of
tell
the
me,
day, we are a team.
right,
And we're in a relationship, we are a team. When I'm in a relationship, I take it as what's mine is yours and yours is mine. If I, before I go in that safe and spend a motherfucking dollar, what do? I'll call you and be like, babe, I'm about to take this out because we're a team.
right,
I don't
right,
want you to go in the safe and then be like, hey, did you take this out? It shouldn't be like that because you should already know.
right,
It'll be like, oh, you stealing from us
right.
type situation. That's not what's supposed to happen.
And you know it's sad when two people in a relationship, whenever y'all can't save money
Hey,
together,
Lorraine,
sorry a flag. Whenever y'all can't save money together
it
because
is that's a big
because
fact.
remember I said this, the world we live in today is about really saving. If you ain't saving right now, y'all gonna fall off because she gonna get frustrated because she need this or need that and you don't have it, and then you demand that. And if you
Mm-hmm.
do have it, you ain't gonna probably tell her because you probably have a selfish mind to keep your money to yourself. You get what I'm saying? So it's like y'all both playing tight towards each other. So that's number one. If y'all can't save together, y'all gonna fall off.
I take it like this. If you can't save together, you're gonna fall off. But at the same time, you cannot be a woman sitting in the house spending the fucking money.
Right.
And he's the one that's working, and then on top of that, you don't want to take care of home. That's not how it go.
Yeah.
That's definitely like, you can't be out here like we're trying to save and he's working, but I'm home. Yeah, I take care of the kids, and don't get me wrong, a lot of men forget that being a stay-at-home mom, that's a 24-hour job. That is a 24-hour job, as well as cooking, cleaning, and cleaning up the house. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm gonna be honest, this goes for either sex. If you're gonna be a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad, you have to be prepared for that
Right.
shit.
Like if she
You
going
can't
out,
cry
she going
about
out
it.
here working, you should clean the house up or something. It's not gonna make you less of a man.
But
She's gonna feel. It's gonna make her feel better, feel appreciative because
you gotta
she
show
stepped out, made the
appreciation.
money, and he keeping the house up. And if whenever he get on his feet, then y'all both do it together. You know what I'm saying? So it shouldn't be a reason a man go to work, he come home to
And
a
the
dirty
house is filthy. Nothing to eat.
nothing to eat. He got to keep buying potato chips or whatever, keep buying fast food because the woman he thought was his dream was the worst, lazy
You
woman.
got females that grab a man by the beginning of the relationship. She doing everything right.
But you know what's
then
crazy?
She get comfortable, and then everything changes. But
you know what's crazy? It's funny that you say that. Men gotta stop that too.
I was about to
people
say
first
that.
start dealing with a person, you start doing certain things,
spending money.
You start spending money on you want to take them out to this restaurant, or
she's looking for that I wouldn't say every day, but every week. If
and I don't know,
taking
it's
out
like
every week, you gotta
everybody
be
does it though. If people really realize, a lot of people does it in a relationship in the very beginning. You try to do so much for this person to impress them. Mm-hmm. So it's like now you got them thinking like, oh, this gonna always happen.
Exactly.
But see, and then y'all the honeymoon fade away. Yeah. Then you start noticing this person was the worst person.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So
once that honeymoon phase go, and you don't know how long that fucking honeymoon phase gonna last, but you know it's a honeymoon phase.
That's when you gotta question yourself: am I sexually attracted to this person, or
physically?
You know what I'm
emotionally?
Saying? Right.
All that plays
That's
a part.
That's when you gotta question it. A lot of times, a lot of these relationships is lustful. They just physically like each other. That's the only reason why the relationship lasts this long. But they cannot stand each other. I don't even know how that even works when I think about it. Like, damn, that's like sleeping in the bed with your enemy. How you wanna you in your head like I want to make out, but I don't want to touch this person.
No bullshit.
So it's like that's funny.
All that, but that's where relationships actually start from. When it comes from lust, it starts at the lust category. Cause you'll be looking at the man like, damn, he fine as shit. Let me go and grab him up. But that's cause your mind is lusting on him.
The dopamine, whatever.
The dopamine.
When that sending out brain when it triggers like
your brain release dopamine. How they say your brain release dopamine.
It's like a drug.
Okay. It's like a drug.
Yeah, we be thinking a lot.
And it's just like it's phases to this shit. And then it's so crazy because you don't realize it's lust until you're pregnant. Then your father got to go on child support because y'all don't really want to be with each other. You're beefing hell of a lot and shit. It's a hell of it. Great sex make you stupid.
Yeah, tell me about it.
The attraction definitely come first. What's funny, Lorraine? Because we finished each other's sentence. Purple Butterfly said, that's how I met my first husband. It was definitely not love at first sight. I would love. It's so crazy.
But see, it's sad because whenever, like when two people in a relationship, like, don't get me wrong, I believe it's people out here that's sexually attracted with each other and emotionally attracted with each other on both,
On both,
right. But it seems like nowadays, if it's it's a physical thing, that's what it's going to be. You start to
But
realize you
why
really don't
can't
like
you
this
just
person.
be that person up front? Like,
But
if
see,
that's what you want, and then right now in the world that we live in, if you can't do that, it's a problem. You can't just tell a person, "Oh, I don't really want to be with you. I'm just trying to see what you're working with." That don't make you a hoe. That don't make you no bullshit. As long as you stand in
to
your
be
shit.
honest, I don't even think most men will understand. Like they don't even know how to take that. And I swear, I
Exactly.
seen men that came across females that just want to smash and
And
no
keep it
strings
moving.
attached. And somehow this man is he don't
He's
know how to let
terrified
go.
because
He's
his
not terrified. He wouldn't let go. He
he
crazy.
cracked it.
He had strings attached. But she just told you there's
Oh,
no strings attached. So now men looking more feminine, like it making them look
okay.
like a woman when they can't just make it be a smash thing and keep it pushing. Nowadays, the man tripping and blowing our phone up. Where you at? Like I loved you. I
No
thought you would never.
bullshit.
But she told you in the very beginning that's what's all.
That's what it was, and that's what it was gonna be. But you got men out here that don't. They'll look at a female like a female will walk up to him and be like, "Yo,
I'm not even
you
going.
looking good. Let me see what you're working with." But I know strings attached, and I'm out. I've seen a man turn it down. I've never seen a man like they didn't. You could not even imagine a nigga turning a piece of pussy down. Like no
But you
bullshit.
know what's sad though? A lot of men don't really know how to take that though. If a woman tell you, "I just want to smash and
Because
no
he's not in
strings
control.
attached,"
Because he's not in control. Like men want to be in the like that's like a man walking up to a man telling a man like, "Bro, I'm trying to crack." Because for real, that's a male mentality. If a female walk up to a man and say that, but I feel like that's wrong because you put a stigma on a female. Because I feel as though if a man can do it, so the fuck can a female.
right? I agree. It's just
And then males want to put names on females. Oh, you a thought, you a dummy. And I hate with everything inside me. I hate when a female really in her heart feels some type of way when a man call her that. When a man come out their mouth and call a female a thought, a dummy, and all that, why?
if it don't
Why
apply,
you get
let it.
mad?
If it don't apply, let it fly.
Exactly.
If
But
it don't apply,
because
let it fly.
they no, they allow it because of the fact that they're brainwashed with that shit. Because of the stigma that they put on the females that a female cannot do what a male can do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? For me, it's like I'm one of I can say honestly, I'm one of the females out here that has a male mentality.
Right.
And I feel like, hey bro, if all I want to do is smash, bro, that's all I want to do. Like I don't want nothing else. You can call me what you want. I know what I am. Cause if you sitting out here smashing every other bitch, what are you? You're the exact same thing as I am.
That's true. But like, quick question: how many people you think, like, people that's still friends with their past lover, like put all their emotions in the in the past, and they just
You
friends? I'm
just friends
right.
with their past lovers.
I mean,
I've been friends. I'm still friends with my past lover. I don't talk to him, but if I do, it'll be like a high and a bye situation or how you been situation.
right.
But it ain't no, oh, I'm gonna sit on the phone for hours type shit because I ain't got time. Because I have you for that. So it wouldn't be a, oh, yeah, how you doing, your next relationship,
Now,
all that. Because
another
personally,
question:
that's not my business.
do you think it's appropriate
Do I think it's,
if do you think it's appropriate if your lover still interacts with their ex, they past lover?
no?
Do you feel like
It depends.
do that woman or that man got the right to feel some type of way?
It depends.
If that person tell you we just friends and that's all it is, we dealt with each other 5 years ago, 10 years ago, do that person got the right to feel some type of way? Any type of way?
It depends. I say again. It depends on the conversations, how long y'all on the phone, how many times y'all text a day. It depends. If y'all going out, and if y'all going out, is it just y'all two? It was a group of friends. First of all, wait a minute, let's back up. I don't believe that ex lovers should be going out, period. Like, I don't
But-
give a fuck if it's a group
but
of
see,
friends.
This
I
when
don't
the
give a fuck
mature
if y'all grew up
see,
together.
and that's when the maturity supposed to come about because
No, that's
no. I only say that because if all right, see how me and you dealing with each other.
Mm-hmm.
By me knowing how you is,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't dare interact with a past lover and let you like come on now. Like that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work.
Right.
It's not gonna work. I just know it ain't. And it's all through respect. It's all through respect. And that's what people gotta understand. Cause they're like they don't know what's going on, why this person tripping.
But see, that's where communication fall in line at, because you would have to sit and talk to your lover and allow them to know, like, you know, this, that, and the third. Now, if your lover express their concerns or express how they feel about the situation, whatever that person expressed, you're supposed to take that and run with it. You don't go against what your lover expressed, because you'll lose everything trying to be friends with a motherfucker that has everything and ain't gonna lose. They lose nothing on their end trying to be friends with you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Now, there's a possibility she or he already talked to their lover. You know what I'm saying? They lover perfectly fine with it, but your lover not perfectly fine with it.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't be quiet with your little fat chunky tail. Let me see what y'all saying. The only person I'm good with is my ex-husband. Nothing intimidating unless oneself hits insecurities. Exactly. Like it. That's what I was saying. It depends, because if you have children, but see, no, I can't even say that. I mean, it do depends. It depends on the relationship that you have with your ex-lover, whether you fell off with the person, if the person trying to come back in your life type situation. You ain't talk to this nigga like 3-4 months, and now all of a sudden he see you happy and all that, and now he want to come back and, oh, I miss you. And
Um
right. So it depends on the situation when it comes down to the past lover situation. It depends. Even if you have children, it depends.
right.
Cause I cut them all off. Like, yo, don't touch, don't call me. I don't care. Let's go. We're going through the courts. I don't care. Leave me alone. You know what I'm saying? Cause I don't want to deal with the, and the way mine's, chill, they are fucking annoying as fuck. Oh, fat chunky tail.
A lot of times people be disappointed at themselves, thinking about, the stuff they was putting up with. So it's like a lot of people like my past couldn't stand a chance. Like,
So you feel like, so how you feel on it? You feel like no past lover should be in the picture at all,
at all.
no matter the situation.
Cause all right, most of the time when you interact with a past lover, if they know, like, if you currently in a relationship, they not going to care. They're going to shoot their shot. They're going to remember what they had in the past with you. They want that old love back. So that's
You make
why
a great point.
that's why a lot of times people should not interact with their past, because that's all they're going to remember.
You make a great point, because 9 times out of 10, the only reason a past lover hitting you up is because they going through something.
They either going through something or they missing that old thing. And
You
that's all.
sound so old.
I'm just speaking
You
facts.
say, oh, they missing that old thing. You sound so old. I don't like. I can agree with that. I can see your point of view on it. I ain't gonna say I agree with it, but I can see your point of view on it.
I mean, again,
It depends on
if
your
one of my ex
communication with
call
your
my
person.
phone, you're going to be looking at me the whole entire time.
First
Because
of all,
you're going to
it
see
depends on the ex.
the moment if I have a smirk on my face, if I'm smiling too hard, the smile could just been a smirk. But for some weird reason, that smile just looked different.
It did.
You don't even know why. It just looked.
It looked like I seen nothing but gums, nothing but gums.
Right. So
Nothing but gums. Don't smile, don't look. You better keep a straight face. And my question would be like, so what you want?
right.
What you want?
Imagine you on the phone with a past lover and your current person you dealing with, they watching you the whole time. You gonna feel so awkward, so uncomfortable, so uncomfortable. You gonna just feel like, you know what?
You know it's an ex-person or somebody that don't belong on the phone, because that person gets up and moves.
Yep. They acting like they doing something, but ear hustling the whole time. They ain't watching that movie. That movie,
movie is just playing at this point.
It's watching you. It's watching you at this point. Your ears working.
You just zoned everything the fuck out.
You gotta restart the movie all back, because the whole time that person was on the phone, your man or your one was on the phone. Oh, that movie was dead. You don't even hear the audio.
You come back in the room like, so yeah, where we at in the movie? What had happened? You want me to rewind it? No, just catch me up.
Right.
Whole time you can't even catch the person up. Lorraine said, example, wished I had at least one other than my grandmother. I love you all because you had what I know. Life is fucked now. True. I had to keep one of my exes in my back pocket. He owns a car repair. Queen, no. No. Oh my God. And you know what? You know that.
Wow. You said I had to keep an ex in the back pocket.
You know that's how them females think too. I gotta keep one in my back pocket. Get your shit beat down. Oh, boo, 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 boo. No bullshit.
Now, in today's society,
you will be shot.
No, I just don't got the energy to trying to
cause two relationships.
Not even saying fight for my relationship, but anytime if the woman looking elsewhere, just let her do what she want to do, because
that's true.
It shouldn't be a reason you got to try to fight for your lover. If the person love you, truly love you, they wouldn't even be looking nowhere else but you. So I'm not fighting.
I just don't have the energy to be into a relationship. It's just a whole fucking lot. Daughter has been there. She has done that. That's a
whole lot of jumping around. I don't know. You're gonna see me trying to fight. I'm not gonna look like a sucker. And a female should feel the same way. Y'all should have. Now that's when the pride comes. You have to right. Like, listen, the pride you shouldn't be chasing after no man that's looking the other direction. And that just should, that's just what it is.
So all right, so let me ask you a question, right? And it falls in with the relationship and all that. So when it comes down to, y'all know what, Lorraine, I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing. When it comes down to relationships, do you feel like it's wrong? Or, no, I'm not gonna say wrong. How do you feel about homewreckers? Let's use that word.
Homewreckers.
If we use somebody for an example, say we have.
I mean, like if I had a homeboy trying to get at a girl, and I know that she, married, or she deal with my own other homeboy, let me rephrase it. If I knew somebody that's trying to, deal with somebody that's already in a happy relationship, I'm definitely going to like tell that person like, yo, I don't think that's right what you're doing, because think about if the table was turned, would you want somebody to intervene or, distract with, with you get what I'm saying? Right. So, yeah, I definitely tell that person like, chill, man. That's not cool. It's just not cool.
So you wouldn't be one of the ones that would sleep with another nigga female? Have you done it?
No.
You've never done it?
If I did, I didn't have no knowledge of, I didn't know that person was dealing with that person. And a lot of times people that's in the people that's in relationships and they fall off a little, some people really go out there and look around and they do what they do. And in some cases it happens, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, again, it's been plenty of times I dealt with somebody and they said that they fell off with they past lover, and it's been like a month and a half. That's like, a flag though. If it say like a month and a half, 2, 3, I wouldn't like a year. All right, you good with a year, but like a month and a half or a couple weeks. I don't think you're safe. You don't even know if you're safe in this person's house. I don't know. Like, you never know. Just the old lover might just want to come back and open up, like want to make it work. Right. You'll never know. She might start acting strange, and the whole time the old lover came back. So it's like people just gotta pay more attention. The company they bring. If you want to deal with somebody, make sure they not dealing with nobody. So that way you ain't gotta deal with drama or somebody trying to hurt you. Like, we're in Baltimore, it's been plenty, homicides. Yes. Over female. I'm not even going to just say females, relationships. Like, period. Yeah, that's like, relationships. I have a past lover that got shot 5 times. Yes. And not saying that, like, and that opened up my eyes when it come to like love. Like, love really drive people crazy. But anytime love make you want to hurt somebody, you need to just let that person go and build some self-love, because I truly believe it starts from home. Anytime you want to hurt somebody, whenever they done with you, you should never want to hurt that person. You should just wish that person.
But see, you would never know what a person has done, because listen, a motherfucker can do the worst to you and you still pour your all thinking the person gonna change and all that, and then like you find out that person is doing something on the slick tip, and like that shit'll make you crack. Like, that shit'll fuck you up so bad. Like my other channel, they done seen me break up a couple cars or two.
You see, that was your thing.
I blacked the fuck out. Like, you're not gonna. Like, you gotta understand, what you're not gonna do is play with me. That's what we're not gonna do.
Everybody different how they react whenever they hurt. You know what I'm saying? I was always the type to show lack of emotions. I'll fall back. I stop calling. I be in my feelings. I be hurt, but I push myself to move on, because whenever you like, it's the
butterfly said, walk away.
Walk away.
I learned to walk away.
A person will respect you so much and realize you was really the bigger person, and they might come back. They might. But what I'm saying, like, the best choice is to walk away, man. Like, it's not worth it. Because why are you pursuing somebody that don't even want to deal with you no more? That's making you look like a fool. Especially if you got people, in public looking at you. They looking at you crazy. Like, this man or this woman don't even want to deal with you. You still trying to fight for this love. What love? Like, that person.
No, but see, when I did my shit, I broke everything in debt.
See, you had your own personal reasons. We ain't going to go into details about that. But some people just different. You was breaking stuff. That's how you got down. You're in a whole different world now.
I'm going to act out right there and there. And then later on, I'm going to show lack of care. That's me. Especially if I took all my money and spent it.
If I break up with somebody, I don't plan on going to court for breaking their stuff.
I ain't going to court for shit. I'm breaking everything and I'm dipping.
See, you ain't the same no more.
I'm not that same person no more. I done worked on myself so much. So I'm just glad I have walked away from that. Because I don't know where I would be. Locked up. Thrown away the key.
And it's kind of rare to hear men getting a woman locked up. So,
oh my goodness, let's talk about that. It has been a lot of dudes. No, because for real, in the society today, these dudes out here, they do not mind telling you, like, yo, what? I'm gonna call the police. Like, and it's been multiple.
I think no, because it's only like that because
the female used to do this shit.
Like, if a woman called the law, you already know how far they gonna take it. They gonna straight lock you up.
Yeah.
That's when police brutality come about. Like, like it's a little deeper for men. That's why men probably have to call the police.
Right.
Because the tables might turn and she might call the police. She done already, y'all already been tussling. She got a little scratch on her face. And I'm talking about the toxic people. She beat you to the punch. He put his hands on me.
And it gets to the point where, like, all you got to do is say he put his hands on you. You can lie about it. Vice versa. That's all he got to do is say that.
Anytime the law got to get involved, that's when you got to wash your hands.
That's when you got to wash your hands.
You got to wash your hands.
That's when you just got to let it go.
Or anytime when the touching, it's time to wash your hands.
If you even feel like you got to touch a person, it's time to wash your hands. If you get to the point where you just want to look at the person and just punch them in the mouth, it's time to wash your hands. If you feel like you can't take this shit no more, it's just time to wash your hands.
Because love shouldn't make you want to hurt somebody. Once you say you tired,
it's time to wash your hands.
Because love shouldn't make you want to hurt a person, period. I don't care how much that person make you upset. There's no reason you should be putting your hands on that person, period.
All right, Lorraine. I'm like, yo, the police, yo, they do.
Yeah, domestic violence, nope. I ain't got time. Nope.
Domestic violence not okay. And the way they got it going now, chill.
And a lot of men is openly
smacking the shit out of bitches.
I don't agree. But
let me be honest with you. When I was locked up, bro, it's more female on everything I love, yo. It's more females in that bitch than niggas on a domestic violence tip. Yo.
That's because a lot of men getting tired getting beat on. Up. Like, all right, if we out in public, we at the at the market somewhere, and we out in public, we see two couples, they fussing, and you see the girl just keep swinging, punching his face, and he just hit her one time.
He going to jail.
Now,
that's how they feel.
Is that man wrong?
No, he not. But
see.
Nope, you're not wrong. Because my mother told me, keep your hands to yourself.
Right. But nowadays, they don't see that. All they gonna see is that man putting his hands on her. But they overlook her punching him in the face. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's my problem with the putting your hands on each other, putting your hands on people in general. Because you got, all right, let's go into like the LGBTQ community with that. You have these doms out here, right? That walk like a nigga, talk like a nigga, dress like a nigga, right? And they act like one. They in their mind, they want to be a nigga. In their mind, they think they're a nigga. She'll sit around and fuss with one, and then as soon as he flat the shit out of her, oh, you gonna put your hands on a female. You wrong. You cannot step to a dude.
Yeah.
And then and act like a dude, talk like a dude, and you believe that you're a dude, and then when he slap you, now you want to play I'm a girl card. You got to pick which one.
Yeah.
That goes the same for the
Listen, you know what's funny? It's funny that you said that, because I got fired for mushing the dyke. She was calling me bees. I smacked the shit out you. I don't know what happened to me. I blacked out. I ain't punch her. I definitely mushed her, but I ain't gonna want to do that. But these doms out here definitely gotta know they lame too. They do.
Definitely.
Because I don't believe people should feel like, oh, that's still a female. No. She was really acting like a man. Pulling her pants up. Look, pants sagging.
Yeah.
No. You get treated like a man too. This the world you want to be? This what you want to be in this world?
That's
you
why
your
I
ass
could
beat
never.
like
Good night, Queen. That's why I could never understand like that situation. How could you allow a child to pick their gender? You know what I'm saying? Because if he's a dude and he come out and grow up and want to be a girl, do that give him? We were gonna hold that conversation for something else. Cause I want to go into that conversation with something else. That conversation, it goes into like another conversation. All right, you guys, we're about to get off of here. We had a good conversation with y'all. Thank everybody for coming through. Uh, Please like, subscribe, and share the video if you would like. We might not be on for the weekend. Thank y'all.